Oko shebi and then Chile kwasa. Oshebi, live for your man there. It is late. I never.
We not gonna sit down the look. Make them come report our girls. Everybody, we rise up. We no fighting, we are just up. No be so. No be so. We gonna share. Every day, people just show. For family was wiped out by Fulanis. So Jackie boy used to call them terrorists. We touch them the Kanu, you go cause war. We touch it on the bobo, you go cause war. Makana Brugo no Nandika Wamunelua. And I will find for another. It's not the time we go change for them. Change for them, tell them we know this. When you go pull your book, they might not fire up by your book. Igbo people have been marginalized. IPOB have been brutalized. We not go sit down there.
Purchase your tracks today.
Make them come kill all of us. We not go sit down there. Look. If they come take our life. We not go sit down there. Look. Make them stop the house like us. We not go sit down there. Look. Make them come rape all our girls.
Purchase your tracks today.
Instead of up, they take us down. Instead of right, they take us left. Kata, Buru the change. They promise to change, but we no see the change. Why you not let BIAFRA go? Are you not tired of killing them? There's not the time we go send up for them. Send up for them, tell them we don't be zombie. We no go sit down there, look. Make them all kill all of us. We no go sit down there, look. Make them all take our life. We no go sit down there, look. Make them all our house like us. We no go sit down there, look. Make them all rape all our girls.
Hello, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, everybody. You're welcome to this evening program, this wonderful edition. My name is Ikem Patrick DK. It's my pleasure to have you. You're welcome. As you join us, please share this program. We'll be glad if you can share and tag your friends. I want to say welcome and Happy New Year. We haven't spoken since, we haven't been live since 1st of January. And on that note, we are coming live to you and we are bringing wonderful program talking about the broadcast of the head of Directorate of State, Mazi Chika Edoziem, will be broadcasting that, will be enlightening our people, will be breaking it down. We already have somebody who have posted them in details here. Okoji have posted almost everything written, but we're going to take the broadcast live and direct, the audio voice, and with me in analyzing and breaking it down is Mazi Solomon Peter. Mazi, good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mazi Patrick. Thank you. Good morning from my end here. It's just outside of the program. 43 minutes of the hour of 8 at my end here in Sydney, Australia. So thank you. My name is Solomon Peter. I welcome Biafrans in this forum. I welcome the lovers of freedom to join us And I also have to beg you to share this very particular program because it's going to be very interesting and very educative. Thank you very much, Mazi Patrick. Thank you. Your audio is not coming out. Your audio is not
Okay,
coming out.
I said, oh, sorry. I said, how is your new year? Can you please wish our viewers Happy New Year? We know that you entered the new year before everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, on this program, I'm wishing all Biafrans, well wishers, freedom fighters, lovers of freedom, lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm wishing all of you Happy New Year, and our viewers and the followers, our followers in this very program. I'm wishing all of you Happy New Year, and I pray that the God of heaven, the God of heaven, Elohim, will bless you abundantly this year above every other year that has been in the past. In Jesus' name, amen.
Ise. Thank you, Mazi Solomon. Thank you very much. Biafrans, as you join us, please share this program. Share this program. What we're about to discuss is the broadcast of the leader of the Directorate of State. I consider him the leader of the Directorate of State, the head, the HOD, Mazi Chika, Edoziem. And we have Okoji who have posted the extract of the broadcast here of our head of Directorate of State. But we are going to take the audio version as much as, because I've gone through it and the audio version seem but we are going to take the audio version as much as, because I've gone through. Mazi, I can hear echo from your background. It's like
That has taken care of.
Okay. So Mazi, you listen to the broadcast of the Directorate of State, Mazi Chika. Before we go into the audio, what is your take? It was brief and precise, straight to the point. What is your take on that broadcast?
Yes, Mazi Patrick. If I do not listen to Chika Edoziem, who else do you think I can listen to at this time? Of course, I was there live and direct, and I followed his word. I followed his word one after another, and everything he said in that program was precise. So that is why we are here anyway, because he made a broadcast, and he made a pronouncement, but it's our duty to break down, because what I'm seeing since the first till now is a kind of confusion that have already been in people's mind or in people's head whenever they hear directions from the head of the Directorate of State. They goes along trying to change narrative, trying to shift understanding from the base, from the base of the very particular broadcast that was made. They try to change the narrative. They try to give people, like some people who are saying about reverse psychologists. Reverse psychologists is a system where people will want you to think the way they will like you to think the way they want you to think. They will position your mind or program your mind the way they wanted your mind to function, or the way they want your thinking faculties to function. Like somebody might wear a good dress, just a very simple example. Somebody can wear a very good dress that suits the person very well, and the person we are walking elegant, but the person who wanted to use a reverse psychologist on you will not come direct to tell you how good the dress is, but they can direct your mind, because that's what they want you to think. Say, look at that woman button, look at how the button is checking. Now they change the narrative of the position of that very person and make you to think what they want you to think at that moment, then you will lose focus for the good dress you are washing and the good outfit. Then you will start thinking something else, because that is the reverse psychology. That's what he wants you to think out of what you are looking at. So that's exactly. So I listened to the broadcast. Then my take from that very broadcast is that right now that the DOS has demonstrated that they are fully in charge of Biafran land, that they are fully in charge of the agitation to restore Biafra, and they mean business. That is what I take from that very particular broadcast, that they mean business when it comes to restoration of Biafra and the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then I believe that you will ask me other questions, because I cannot go on now to start analyzing bit by bit what his broadcast was all about. So my take home from that broadcast is that DOS are fully in charge, and they have made me to believe that they mean business when it comes to Biafran restoration and the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This time around, Nigeria will hear it. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Now, you know that after that...
Can I take a glass of water, please?
Yes, after that broadcast, we saw people now analyzing the broadcast, giving it their own interpretation in their own way, which is, because it's normal when a head of state give broadcast, the citizen will start analyzing it. People will give it a different interpretation. People will give it, because before Chika Edoziem came, there were people who didn't have anything to discuss. They didn't have any topic. So they were waiting for him to come and make that announcement to be able to give them topic. And as soon as he made that announcement, people had topic to talk about, and criticism started flowing in as expected. People who want to derail the intention, people who want to derail the fact, who want to give a different narrative, they started coming up with their own narrative, which is expected anyway, because you can only be discussed when you are relevant. At this point in time, Mazi Solomon, I think we have to proceed, and I will break it. Anywhere you feel that there is need for me to stop, you tell me to stop, as we go with the point. Let us go, Mazi Solomon.
For one single purpose, which is to stop a sovereign state of Biafra from coming into being. Great Biafrans, permit me to ask this rhetorical question. Can any mortal stop the sun from rising and following the path ordained for it by Chika? Can any mortal stop the sun from breaking through and announcing the day? As you know, the answer to this question to be in capital no. I urge you, therefore, the true followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to draw your daily strength from this fact that as it is not possible for mortals to prevent the sun from breaking through and driving away darkness, so it is impossible for any mortal to stop the rising sun of Biafra from illuminating itself and taking its proper place of honor amongst the states, among the stars of heaven. Because the spirits of our ancestors are with us in this very battle. But above all, Chika has determined that now is the time for the freedom of his children from subjugation, dehumanization, torture, imprisonment, from pogrom and massacre, and from thousands of years of slavery. The leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, the Directorate of State, is preoccupied with the work of securing the
think we have a little breakage there.
Okay, Mazi Patrick, before we
Yes.
rejoin, can you post it? So we talked about what he mentioned in between the place that break, and now this is a very hard decision, and the DOS has already made it a very hard decision to make in this struggle since Mazi Nnamdi, since 2012, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu surfaced and was leading us and still leading us in the struggle to restore Biafra. It has always been, the focus point has always been when the state of Biafra will be actualized. When we'll be able to restore the Biafra, we talked about all our preparations, all the contributions, all the prices that our people are paying, even the ultimate price of death and the injuries that our people have been sustaining, and those who has been taken to various prison facilities in Nigeria, and those who has been in exile, 13, 15 years, they have not returned home. All this sacrifice we are making, broadcasting, prayer, and the protest, is preparation to restore Biafra. The end point of all these things is to restore Biafra. That is why we are making all the efforts. Once Biafra is restored, you know that our first stage of effort has already been accomplished. And it is for this reason that so many of our people, so many of our heroes died. And so many Biafran children died during 1967 to 1970 to have this state of Biafra. So it's not a light duty. It is a heavy duty indeed. And at this point in time, for the head of directorate to come and pronounce that we are moving in there, that is a very hard decision, and we must take it very serious. So now what he says here is all about the commitment of our people to be able to actualize the state of Biafra, to be able to actualize the land of Biafra. And they have taken the bull by the horn. And this is the reason why you have to pay very serious attention to every single word that came out from from Mazi Edoziem in this very regard. You have to pay attention. Mazi Patrick, can you play it on?
Yes, Mazi Solomon, we have to proceed. Just a moment. Let's see what's going on.
To achieve our immediate and long-term objectives. The Eastern Security Network is Chukwu Kabiama's battle axe. He has used this outfit that our leader put in place under divine direction to drive from our land Fulani rapists, killers, terrorists who occupied our forests and farmlands and were terrorizing our people prior to the emergence of the ESN. Great Biafrans, 12 months since its inception. The Eastern Security Network has done the unimaginable. This is why all forces of darkness are arrayed against us. This is why Southeast governors are uneasy, because the people have taken their protection and destiny into their own hands. I can confidently, therefore, inform Biafrans that as of today, more than 70% of Fulani rapists and terrorists in our forests and farmlands have been dislodged. And we are not going to rest on our oars until the remaining are sent back to where they came from. as the ESN is engaged in this patriotic duty of keeping our forests and farmland safe for agricultural activities to go on unhindered. It is very imperative, my people, that we must be very vigilant when it comes to David Umahi's militia, because the majority, close to 80% or more of its personnel are Nigerian police officers and foreigners that they imported into our land to help the zoo security agencies in its continued program of Biafra news. Openly, very, very openly, they are eliminating our young males who form the bedrock of our society. I am greatly pained when I observe what is playing out in Imo State. I am pained because I look to see if there is but one man who can speak truth to power. But lo and behold, our land is bereft of real elders. Our land is bereft of courageous elders.
Mazi Patrick, can you pause, because we have moved from one point to another. So let's discuss about ESN, the formation of ESN, and what led to the launching of ESN, and how does that relate to our struggle, and how that benefit our struggle today. From the one, we have witnessed the killing of the terrorist, the Fulani terrorist, in our bushes, in our farm, trying to chase people away from participating from farming, you know. So we have witnessed these things happened over the time. And for the benefit of doubt, the IPOP family has given opportunity to the governors and the elected individuals in our land to be able to organize something that will prevent the killing and the encroachment of these terrorists. And every day we are getting the news of their evil doing, killing, raping, destroying farm produce, and every other terrorist activities in our land. And these politicians held back, even at the peak of the whole thing. David Umahi was there at the seat of power. Obiano was there at the seat of power. Mwike was there at the seat of power. And even the Supreme Court governor was there. And what is his name? Idazu, and the governor of Enugu State. And these are the people who are actually receiving a huge fund of money, a huge fund, in order to secure our land. They are receiving a whole lot of money to secure our land. They are being paid to secure our land, but they failed to do something. Rather, most of them were busy compromising with these killers, with Meti Allah, who is the organizer of the terrorist group. They are busy dining and feasting them in their government. They failed to do nothing until IPOP raised up under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to do something about what is happening to our people. So this is how the ESN was launched, to stop the encroachment of the terrorists into our land. And when IPOP launched this very ESN, they mean business. They mean business. And that is what Chika Edoziem was trying to explain, that for launching ESN, to be able to stop the encroachment of the terrorists into our land and killing our people, raping them and destroying farm produce, that this business that brought about ESN, that they have done the job very well. They have been able to push back the terrorists. They have been able to stop this news of every day somebody is killed in the farm, somebody is being raped. Sorry. We are in dry season here. So every day somebody is being killed, and all this sad news of killing that is happening in our farms. So ESN have done their job very, very well. Very, very well as to regard to fighting back the terrorists. So I want you to write down, as we discuss about ESN, write down in your book, is as if you can be able to call into this very program. Is there anything that you recognize or you acknowledge that is the reason why ESN that is the reason why ESN was launched, that they are not able to accomplish? Please write down. Is there anything you know that ESN, the reason for launching ESN, is there anything you know that they needed to accomplish that they are not able to accomplish at this very point? Think about it, write it down, because that is what Chika Edoziem is trying to project to us here, that the reason for creating, the reason for launching ESN, that ESN has done the job within the short period of the launching of ESN, that they have done their job very well. If you dispute it, please jot down where do you think that ESN should do a job, or they should be able to carry their job, or this is the reason why they are launched, that they have not been able to do something about it.
Mazi, especially considering the challenges from the Nigerian army, police, all over the place, considering the challenges.
I think that is the next version, because your questions will also help us to address the challenges that ESN has faced since the launch of ESN. So now the Mazi Chika Edoziem also make another point, and he is very, very specific in his point, and that is all about David Umahi. David Umahi is one of the governors in Biafran land as it is today. And David Umahi is also like the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum. So he is the chairman of the Southeast Gubernatorial Forum. So now this man, he mentioned, we are going to discuss about his obstacles that he has constituted against the mission of ESN. The moment ESN was launched, then David Umahi started hiring killers into our land from neighboring states, started flooding the state with killers. These are the person that was expected to launch a security outfit that will protect the people, that will defend the people, but he failed to do nothing until after the launch of ESN. Then he started recruiting killers. And the killers that he's now recruited are now member of Nigerian police, member of Boko Haram, and their business is changing the style in which they are killing our people, because ESN has pushed the terrorists in the bush. Then David Umahi reformed or recreate another terrorist amongst our communities, and they started importing killers into the forum to be killing our young men, to be destroying the homes of our fathers and mothers, to be murdering our people every day. And this is the one of the governor in the southeast and the southeast area. So it's very, very important that you jot down David Umahi and his ability to recruit killers who are killing our people. So when you now look into our communities and see our people dying, and see our people being kidnapped, and see our people's home being erased, and see the level of carnage that is going on in our community, who is the killer? who is the killer, who is inviting the killers, who is recruiting the killers in the communities. So you will know where the blame should go to. Very, very important. And that is why Chika Edoziem touched it and was very specific on that. That David Umahi has to take the blame of the death of the dying of our youth who are being killed, who are being arrested, and who are being humiliated and their home being razed. David Umahi is the one to take that very blame. We are going to come back into that analysis properly so that we will tell you. Now we are just pinpointing the point so that you will join us in the very conversation. So you will know who are the killer of the people. Who are the killer of the people? David Umahi and his colleague. Thank you, Mazi Patrick. We can proceed.
Thank you, Mazi Solomon. Thank you. We'll have to proceed. We'll continue because we're going to try to make it as brief as possible.
An opportunity to go cap in hand seeking for one selfish advantage or the other present itself. They watch the carnage going on in Imo State, but they pretend to see nothing. They hear the sound of the machine guns fixed atop Nigerian Army and police armored personnel carriers, and the bombs from their Army and Navy helicopters. And when the dust settles, they will see the mangled bodies of their children littering our communities and our cities. But these elders are not moved because they have long ceased to be true elders, having dined, having
if somebody who is trying to rush here, don't rush. We will get to every route. It will get to the time when he will talk about the 30th
as
of May.
their new sport. Where are the elders, we may ask? The intelligence report at our disposal reveals a very disturbing trend to the desperation of the Southeast politicians to create an environment of anarchy in our land. They have now turned their eyes to the coastal region of Biafra land to hire militants to come into the heartland of Biafra and cause mayhem and targeted killings. We are alerting you now ahead of time because when they will begin to point their cursed hands at IPOBES, and remember we informed you well ahead of time, as we also told you that most of them, the governors, are responsible for the atrocities going on in Biafra land currently. They created the unknown government for this purpose. Now that events in Imo and Ebonyi has exposed their evil work, they want to divert our attention by their desire and desperation to turn their attention to the coast. Just a word of caution to our brothers in the coastal region. Do not allow politicians to use you to spill the blood of your brother, because the land of Biafra and the spirits that own the land shall come after such a person that allows politicians to use him or her.
Okay, Mazi Patrick, can you pause? Because this place is causing a lot of commotion. One of the propagandists yesterday, I was listening to him in one of the programs he bumped in, and they tried to intimidate as his job, as he normally does, you know, trying to intimidate the guy that is even doing the program, you know, intimidating him by telling him there is something I know you don't know. And nobody has ever questioned him and said, what is that very thing you know that others don't know? Can you for once mention it? Can you for once give a tips that people can say, oh, this one I heard from you, I have never had it anywhere. I have never, rather, is using it as a word of intimidation to others, to say, there is something I know that you don't know. What you don't know is bigger than you. Men like us has overgrown such such a threat. You know, we asked you, give us a tip of what you know that you felt like others don't know. What are that intel? What are that information? Where is it showing in your body? Where is it showing in your knowledge? Even in your in what you are dispensing to people? Where is it showing that there is something you know that others don't know? So
is all part of the reverse. Is all part of the reverse psychology. Go ahead.
But there is something I want to pick out, because I have seen them underline that statement of Mazi speaking very clearly here about the activities of the politicians in our land, that they have now turned to be the killers of the people. He accused the governor of Imo State for being responsible of what is happening in Imo State, and governor of Ebonyi State for being responsible of what is happening in Ebonyi State, and all the politicians in the Southeast for being responsible of what is happening in the Southeast, insecurity in the Southeast, because this is not what we have come to do. We have come to secure our land. We, IPOP family, our business is to secure our land. Our business is to secure our farmland. Our business is to make sure that our people are unsafe, that our people are safe all the time. So that is our duty. And that is the reason why ESN was launched. And that is the reason why we are contributing to sustain ESN. Anything outside the security of the last person among us is none of our business. Then the people who are into this business are the politicians and the people who are supporting them. So now Mazi said the politicians, they have gone to the coastal region of Biafra to recruit some militants, some killers, and they import them into the hinterland to enable them to carry out their missions, to enable them to kill their brothers, enable them to make sure that there is an insecurity, kidnapping of our young people, killing of our young people in the hinterland. He highlighted it. And when he highlighted it, he used it as a word of exposition. He used it as an exposition to make our coastal people to understand that there is no need for them to allow these politicians, because this is where these politicians are going. They want to cause confusion in Biafran land. They want to create insecurities because they are benefiting from it. They want to make sure that our peoples are being killed on daily basis. So he uses it also as a word, as an exposition and a word of advice to those people who are looking at the money that the politicians are paying and allowing themselves to be used. So he sounded to them as an exposition, as a warning, as a kind of making them to understand what actually is involved in the action of the politicians. But so many people has underlined it that what Mazi Chika Edoziem was trying to do is to bring division between the coastal and the hinterland. But we are going to look at it in a different direction, so you understand. Have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at any time done something like that? Yes, numerous times. And we are going to highlight it because we have seen some propagandists trying to twist that very statement, that statement of fact, of which even in our land, several times several people has come to advise the youth not to be allowed themselves to be used by the politicians. Then what is wrong in somebody using the same statement, using the statement with every information, with every good information on the table to advise the coastal regions never to allow themselves to be bought over by the politicians as to be used against their brother? What is wrong in making such thing if people
in your state, in your various state, in your various community can advise the youth of your community never to allow themselves to be used by the politicians, never to allow themselves to be used as a top. If you can advise the member of your communities because you saw it with the information, with the fact on the table, you saw that that is what the politicians are doing, then what will stop Mazi Edoziem from advising the coastal regions, people who are in the coastal regions, where the politicians are going to buy people to be using them as killers in the hinterland? What is wrong in using that fact to advise people or to advise our people? So that is the statement I want you to clear. If you have question on that, please prepare your question, because that will help us to go into deep analysis and bringing out evidence. The propagandist himself yesterday says that Mazi Edoziem did not supposed to say that word that is actually dividing the people by giving a word of advice with the fact on the ground that this is what the politicians are doing. And the death of our youth in our Boy State is very obvious. And the death of our people in Imo State are very obvious. Who are the killers? Where are they getting them? The DOS has the information on their table. All the activities of the governors, they have the intel of what is happening in Biafra land. Because you cannot be a leader of a people without you being in charge. Their ear has been on the ground. Every information of what is happening on Biafran land is getting to their table every blessed day. Our people knows they are killers. Our people knows when Fulani are killing us in the farm, are we not pointing out to Fulanis? Are we saying that it is people from Benue? Are we saying that it is people from another state? We point out to Fulanis that they are the killers. So now you must know that every information of things that is happening in Biafran land is on the table of DOS. And when it is time for them to advise our people, they have every right to highlight where the problem is coming from and use it to advise our people. Thank you, Mazi Patrick.
Mazi Solomon, thank you very much. I think we must continue from where we stop on this analysis.
This is very important because you may be setting yourself up for danger. Recruitment of ESN operatives is closed. So do not fall into the hand of DSS in the name of recruitment for ESN.
Mazi, the recruitment of ESN is closed. You have to take note of that.
Yeah, and that is also very, very important. And why the head of DOS has to make that very comment, because these are also the strategy that they are using to capture our youth, to get them arrested and kill some of them, harness their organ, and be trading and making money with it. Now, there is people who are actually operating, and the information is with the DOS. People who are parading themselves with the name ESN, with the name recruitment to ESN. And there is so many young people.
Mazi, even before the arrival of ESN, we've also seen people saying that they are recruiting Biafra army. So it's not a news. It's not a news.
Mazi, this one is very, very news, because
no, I'm only saying that we've also seen in the past where people say they are recruiting Biafra army, and even Mazi have also come out to debunk it and tell people that he's not recruiting any Biafra army. Mazi, go ahead.
So now, Mazi Patrick, why is it important that the head of DOS, the HOD, has to highlight this very point very, very clear, is because some people are using it as a strategy. There is some young people that is actually zealous, They put call across all the time. They want to join ESN. And some of these people also could also be DSS agents, because we must understand the situation which we are in before you can be able to make your strategy solid, before you can be able to plan. You must understand the circumstances you are surrendered with. So we are surrendered with liars, deceivers, and the people who always fighting to make sure that we fail from restoring Biafra, that we fail at every project we started as IPOP. So we have to study it, and we have to know that we are living in such an environment. Now, some DSS members, some agents of Nigerians, they are busy asking that they want to join ESN, and they are agents of Nigeria. And some people also, some young men who are sincere, who actually wanted to do something for their nation, are also inquiring on how to join ESN. And considering the circumstances in which our politicians are playing their game right now, it is very, very difficult to be able to get genuine people who will want to join ESN. And in order to avoid making a mistake or using our hand to destroy what we have built, then it's very important that we protect it. So that is why the DOS has to close the recruitment to ESN and make it clear so that nobody will deceive you with it. No fake person, no fake governor will come and tell you, you come and join ESN, or any politician will say that I have connection, or even people of dubious characters or propagandists who are telling you they are raising money for ESN, they have contact for ESN, you want to join. All their ESN are fake. From the DOS, you had it that the recruitment to ESN is closed for now. It's closed for now. So let nobody deceive you as a Biafran that he's linking you to ESN, or he's showing you the way to ESN, or he has a contact for you to be involved in ESN. It is closed. And it is closed not because there is no genuinity in you there is no genuinity in your request to be among the ESN. It is closed because we need to defend ESN. We need to protect ESN, protect them from the fake and the agent of the Nigeria from entering ESN and destroying what we have labored for. So the head of DOS has to protect that very institution because of the situation we are in now in Nigeria. Thank you, Mazi Patrick.
Thank you very much, Mazi. And also, it's also very, very important that we note that before the suspension of the recruitment of ESN, there must have also been series of discussion that must have led to that decision, because the DOS that I know do not just wake up in the morning and make decision like some people do in their bedroom. They wake up, they say they see one dream for night, they will just come and enter broadcasting. That is why it seems like our people say, oh, DOS is slow. They are slow because they need time to make decisions that will guarantee your safety and protect you from harm. So when they take time to make decisions, it's for your best interest. And Biafrans need to understand that.
Recruitment has closed. We are not recruiting new officers or new personnel.
We are not recruiting new officers
all
or new personnel.
commanders and reservists should return to base within 72 hours. The kidnapping of Biafran youth, irrespective of their gender, and the kidnapping of Biafran men and women, irrespective of their age, is continuing without let. Thousands of Biafrans have been abducted by the Nigerian security authorities, especially the army, the police, and the DSS. A great number of these abductees are simply executed. A great number are simply wasted. Many are raped, tortured, and starved to death. IPOB has deployed a multiple approach in tracing the whereabouts of our people who have fallen victim to these targeted killings and kidnappings. We also deploy multiple means to secure their freedom. In this regard, therefore, the indigenous people of Biafra, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has secured the freedom of more than 1,500 of our people kidnapped by Nigerian security agencies.
Mazi, enormous important. Over 1,500 of our people have been kidnapped, and many of them have been free. In fact, over 1,500 of them have been freed. Mazi, because people say that that DOS is not working, they are not doing anything, that they are just sleeping on duty. Mazi, what do you have to say about this?
Mazi Patrick, that is why we are sitting down here, and that is why men on the ground have never at any time or at any moment have a single doubt about, because the people who are face to face with all these challenges know what is happening. That is why they are not falling to cheap propaganda, because they know what it takes to deliver. They know what it takes to deliver. They know that this is not an easy job like being a politician in Finland or in Nigeria, or being a politician in other part of the world where there is democracy. This is in a situation even worse than war. It was worse than war front. So, and the people who are on the ground, who are carrying out these missions, this order that is being dished out, that everybody is jumping of dishing order, people who are in the war, in the front of carrying out this very order, knows the challenges they are facing, and they don't have any atom of doubt on the leadership of IPOP. And that is why anything we say stand, because there is no change. There is no change, and there is no doubt to be carrying the order of the DOS to later. There is no change at all. So it's only in the media you will see people jumping out from ants. Because if I call them cockroach, that means they have grown, they are elephants. Some ants are jumping out like they have what it takes to challenge an institution like DOS. DOS has been working. They are now, when you listen to the head of DOS, now on his statement, he said multiple strategies. That is not only one strategies that are in place, that are pursued, to see how busy these people have been in the pursuit of securing our people from the multiple detention facilities in Nigeria. They have deployed so many strategies in doing that, in finding out where is these people in the first place. Because there are some people that are being lifted from our land that up to now, we don't know their whereabouts. Some people has also died in where they are mounting strategies to look after these people, to know where they are being taken to. So there is so many jobs that DOS are busy with, and that is why you don't see them all the time coming on the media, because there are so many things to deliberate on. There are so many strategies to mount in order to get our people released, in order to secure our people, in order to make sure that the level of the carnage that is going on in our communities are reduced to the minimum as it stands now. Thank you, Mazi Patrick.
Mazi, thank you very much. It's very, very important to note that when you are working, when you are really working, I have been in a working environment. When you are working, you don't have time to talk. People where they talk for working environment are lazy people where they use talk to entertain people who are working. So for our people who are complaining that DOS is not coming to entertain them, to be talking to them every day on social media, they are not coming to entertain you because they are busy. The Directorate of State is busy. They are busy working on the ground. They've got a lot to do. So you might not see them coming to broadcast because these people hold meeting every now and every minute. They are on a meeting discussing way forward, getting intelligent report, analyzing issues, analyzing intelligent report, making decisions. And they don't just wake up in the morning, like I said earlier. You just wake up from bed, they will say, Elohim tell them. They will not come and broadcast to you. They sit back based on facts, credible intelligence. There is a lot of intelligent flow from the head to the toe. This intelligence must be monitored, that if they to also scrutinize that this intelligence that they are getting are true. Verified information. They verify information. And that is why you don't see them coming every day to come and entertain you on social media. Because they have a full work of load in their hands. So when you see Mazi Chika Edoziem coming to broadcast, even the broadcast image was so precise and short, because he hasn't got that time in Facebook. He hasn't got that time to entertain you for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. He's got job to do. So our people need to understand, especially this 2022. There is no room. There is no room for Okakoko. Mazi, we must proceed.
Financial cost running into millions of dollars. 1,500 of our youths. This is just those that has or have been secured. Their freedom has been secured. This number, of course, include about 500 of our people abducted from Obibo in Igbo China. Let me hasten to add that there are still thousands of Biafran youths being held in different detention facilities.
Pause it. Now, I want the Biafran to see how busy DOS is. Che, now you they give this kind of assignment. People that are being lifted from Obibo. What about 2 years now? Are we gonna say it is 2 years now? A year plus now?
Yeah.
DOS are still in the business of searching for where these people are being taken and securing their release. See how busy these men are. You see the number of people they communicate with every day. You see the number of people that they seek their attentions every day. Going to all states of Nigeria to know where they have dumped our people. And he says here that this number are just the ones that are being
identified.
But there is thousands of Biafrans to show you how busy. Do you think that people who are as busy as this will have time for everyday emergency broadcasts? Do you think they will have time of every day, every evening, every morning broadcast? It's people who are less busy that can do that.
Entertainers.
It's people who are busy, who are less busy, or people who are targeted the peanut money that the YouTube or Facebook are giving to them, or people who are targeted star or targeted super chat. Because every day when you make
that's where they earn income.
Yeah, they are like Nigerian pastors. Like Nigerian pastors, they will divide the service, bread service, tea service, deliverance service, overtake service, fruit of the womb service. All these service that we are divided can be held at a spot, and people will give one offering. But why did they want to have it different? Because every of this service you give different offering. So it's a strategy of getting more money. I broadcast in the morning, super chat come. Then I broadcast in the afternoon, super chat come.
Because that is where the motivation comes. All those funds generated at every broadcast, so people who are coming to entertain you are not entertaining you based on the facts or from their heart. They are being motivated from what they gain at every broadcast. That is why you see them always on the social media, because that is where their hope of ending this thing.
Now, you wanted to teach somebody who has already graduated from the class where you are trying to attend.
Mazi, there is a comment somebody drop. It's important.
That is the comment I want to address.
Yes.
That is the comment I want to address.
Is it the Lagos man? The Lagos man is our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, Kanu talk every minute. DOS stop telling us that they are working. Now, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was coming on board, because there are people who are relegated to the background doing the job. These DOS were on the ground doing the job. By so doing, making it easier for him to have that time to come and talk to you. As scheduled almost every day when the need arises, because there are people who are handling the important issues on the ground. Mazi, go ahead.
So that is just it. People must understand. Yeah, people must understand that DOS at this very point, relating to the number of our people that has been lifted, kidnapped from our land, and it is their business in securing their freedom, and they have given you the account of the number of people that have been secured, and it's still much more. How do you think that people who has this responsibility can have time to be coming to media every day? How do you think that people who has this kind of responsibility will be coming to Radio Biafra to broadcast every day? The broadcast, is it as important as the life of our people? The talking in the Facebook, is it as important as the life of our people who has been under torture?
Mazi, do you know that at the end of the day, if the OIS have also dedicated their time coming to talk, it is the same people that will still tell them you are coming to talk every day. Why our people are languishing in DSS custody, languishing in prison? Mazi,
why we are taking time? Mazi, why we are taking time to say all these things is because we have seen the level of brain damages that was caused to our people, because they have failed to verify the information that get into them. Do you understand? You know, there is two level of ignorance. There is somebody that are ignorant just because nobody has informed him. But another level of the worst level of ignorance are people who are misinformed because they refuses to verify the fact. They refuses to verify the truth that we are being, the truth that we are being
Maz, as far as I'm concerned, in this case, what you have is an extended hatred. That hatred that they had for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been extended to people who have been working with him all day. So it's not a question of ignorance. All these people know that the DOS are working. They know. But at the end of the day, because they already have hatred in their heart, there is nothing you do to make them.
Mazi, apart from having hatred, let us have a balance in this argument. So many people were gullible. So many people depend their judgment on sentiment. So many people depend their judgment on emotion. It's only few people who has critical thinking, who are rational in their thinking. But a large number of people, that is why you see huge number of them in the church. You see huge number of them in anywhere you are calling for party or for anything. But when it comes for critical thinking, you will see very few number of people. Call a meeting where people has to iron out idea. You will not see much people in that very place. But where they will hands up or where they will depend on emotion, on arousement, where they will depend on sentiment, you will see a lot of them. You will see a lot of people out there. So our people, a high number of our people are very, very vulnerable. They don't have the ability to verify to verify information. They don't have that ability. Somebody will just come up and say, can you just imagine? Somebody will come up and say, China Sanworu and Mazi Nnamdi, they are cruising in Nigeria, and people begin to share it as an information.
Yes, it's true.
You understand me? And people believe it. Somebody will come and say, I tell you, there is something I know that you don't know. All the people in DSS, they are criminal.
DOS, boss.
DOS. All the people in DOS, they are all criminal. And the counter is in charge. They are all criminal. And nobody will verify the information. How do you get your facts? How do you arrive to the conclusion? What happened? What transpired? What transpired? And he will respond to them, yeah, as long as they did not know where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is before he was kidnapped, that means there is no trust. This is his fact. Is it, where did you verify that it is the matter of trust that makes Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not to say where he's going?
No, Mazi, hold on.
Or is it because of security issues? Where did you how did you get your fact that when somebody did not say where he was going, then it means that he did not trust the people around him?
Mazi, now, how do you sell a man you don't even know where his whereabouts? Because now they are saying that DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same mouth is still saying that as at the time Mazi was kidnapped, the DOS did not know where he was. So how do you sell a man you don't know the information of his whereabouts? Mazi Solomon. Can't our people ask questions?
That is not arguable. That is not arguable. Anybody who is coming to make such a statement without clarity, without detail, that person is a deceiver. That person has an interior motive. That is just the truth. He doesn't like the people. And so many of our people, we just believe these things like it without verifying it. They will just believe it out of sentiment, out of emotion. Hey, yeah, it's true. Why he didn't tell them where he was going? Why they didn't know where he's going? Yes. They are criminals. They are betrayers. So, and this is how you find our people who supposed to be engaged, who supposed to be coming with their pen and paper, jotting out things, knowing what to do at a
particular this is a very big disappointment.
Get lost in the cloud. They will just get lost in the cloud. A well-matured people, they cannot sit down to reason. They cannot sit down to think. They cannot sit down to verify information. And somebody is intimidating them. Somebody that cannot even oh my God, somebody that cannot even intimidate some of my boy who are in elementary school, intimidating people who are
grown up men.
That they have grown up. They have grown up and they have been exposed. And somebody is telling you by the reason of intimidation, you don't know what I know. So what you don't know is bigger than you. Can you dish out that thing that you know? Can you dish it out? And you are using it to intimidate your fellow matured man. Shut him down. I know something. And you begin to look at him. Hey, it's like, hey, this guy knows
it's
something.
Like there is something they know that you don't know.
Allah, So, Mazi, let's proceed. Now, DOS are very busy people. Very, very busy.
They were engaged, though. They were engaged,
very
though.
busy and engaged. And their duty is to secure our land. They are busy in securing our land, securing our people, securing our mothers in the bush. They are busy with what is happening in our land and how to stop it and how to bring end to it. They are very, very busy. They are not the kind of Facebook broadcasters that you will expect to be coming to talk often in the Facebook. So you must give that very respect to DOS, who are working tirelessly to ensure that our people who are being adopted are released. And they are busy looking for our people who are missing here and there. Very, very important. And that is a very busy section that nobody should play with. Thank you, Mazi Patrick. Let's proceed.
You may be wondering for what offense these people have committed no crime other than that they are born Biafrans. The IPOB medical department has been handling cases of our people who sustained all manner of injuries from torture at the hands of these terrorists in uniform. Many have suffered serious traumatic, psychological, and mental injuries that will take years to heal or may even leave a permanent scar on these victims.
Mazi, this is another part of busy, another section, another department, the medical department of IPOP. Now, DOS are very busy with them because they are handling the case of people who got injured, who their injury could be cured, and those who their injury will remain a permanent status of their life. Now, tell me, people who are in the head of the affairs of managing the injury of our people who got injury by Nigerian police, by Nigerian army. So many of them have been shot by gun. Some of them were caught by cutlass. Some of them sustained different injury. Even the ESN that are attacking the Fulanis are also attacking them back. So many of them, they got injuries. And it is the responsibility of ESN in cooperation with the health department of IPOB to ensure that these people receive adequate treatment. These are people you cannot carry them to Nigerian doctors. You cannot take them to Nigeria hospital. You cannot take them to the state, even to the state hospital, because so many of them that have been taken to all these hospitals, they find a way to kill them and deposit them in their mortuaries. These DOS are busy with this kind of activities with a limited resources. It's not that these people, there is a place where they are going to dig because so many
crude oil.
So now, why we are describing this, Mazi Patrick, why we are describing this is because you will know the reason why the enemy will want to attack the resources. You will know why they want to attack the finance of the flow of the finance of IPOP, because they want our people to die. They want our people who are being held in these prison facilities, they want them to end up their life there. They don't want them to be bailed out. They don't want them to regain their freedom. Because all these things that are being mentioned here, it is busy in the side of DOS and also require finance. And so you will know why they are trying to attack Nyanya, why they wanted to attack the bank account, what all these accusations they are making against the finance. So you will know why. They want our people to die. They don't want help to come to our people. They're even attacking the finances so that the ESN should not be taken care of. So that very achievement will just disappear. These are very bad. So we must know that DOS are very, very busy. We will ring it to your ear until it's sick. We know that some of our people, they are coconut head. But we continue to break that coconut until it sink down into your skull. That men that you are accusing, men that you are busy thinking to take a side, to insult them, to malign them, They are very busy to compare to your activities. They are very busy people. How can you call these people who are busy securing the life of our people? How can you call them criminal if you yourself that are calling them criminal are not the ardent criminal yourself? Because I'm talking to the propagandists. What have they done? Can they come to give an account that since they come into this that in their own power, people have approached me, even me myself that are talking here. I am paying some people to look after. There is, I will not say it here anyway, but there is people that I'm paying individually to look for our people and report to IPOB family. There is people that are even working and I'm paying and contributing to ensure that they secured our people who I don't know.
They get information of their whereabouts.
You know, but you yourself, can you come to give an account of what you are doing for Biafra since you joined? Apart from coming to talk and receive super chat, apart from coming to talk to receive star. Up till now, you are still looking for who will do the job. But you yourself, you have not stepped out, knowing that you are 50. You are 50 out of 100. You haven't stepped out. You haven't looked for our people. Can you come to give account of one single person that you have pursued his case? Personally, that I say personally, I'm sponsoring the case of this very person. Though personally, I am contributing to secure the freedom of this very person. Can you come and tell one person? But these are men that are busy, and you are trying to see if there's a way that they can be distracted. Then you come very late, because IPOB and people who are working for them are wired. You can't even see them. You can't even reach out to them. People who are reaching out to you are the people who are lazy busy, the coward that stay on the fence to watch the heroes working. They are the people you are talking to, and you think they got any information? You will ask them, where are they when our people are being held in the different facilities in Nigeria? Where are they when our people are being injured and they are being taken care of? What is their contribution? They will tell you
nothing to show. They were busy reading chaplet and seeing prophecy from Elohim.
Also expended
Mazi will be
by
IPOB
to provide the needed medical help to these victims as well. The year 2021, despite many of its challenges, was the year IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reached a key and very significant milestone. Our challenges, however, have also equipped us with the resilience to go into the new year firmly committed to carry out our obligations and responsibilities diligently. We must maintain discipline at all levels and at all times. No room for distractions, please. Our action plan for 2022.
Mazi,
yeah.
When Mazi Chika Edoziem said that no room for distraction, he didn't just only say it, he has proven it. That despite all the raging accusation, despite all the whole attack, he has remained focused. He never came one day on Facebook to defend himself. He remained focused.
Why shouldn't he remain focused?
Yes.
Now, listen, Mazi Patrick. People who were attacking IPOB, they are not working for IPOB. They have never for once. Tell them, ask anyone, forget about all these people I don't like to insult people, but honestly, to look at the activities of these people, sometimes you will feel like the insult is the best way to go. Look at all of those guys who are coming. Some of them are coming to prove I am hard. I am standing on the truth. But ask them, what job have they ever done for IPOB? What command have they been able to deliver? What command? What command have they been able to deliver? What job have they been able to deliver for IPOP that can make them proud and say, we are...
I'm going through Chikwado. I'm going through Chikwado profile to see the job he has done for IPOB, because he said that we are being paid. Now I'm going through his profile, and the only thing I see here is picture of marijuana, reggae, Jamaica. You know, these are people that are accusing us, abusing us. The only picture Chikwado have, he doesn't have anything Biafra on his page. On that note, I'm going to block him. Mazi, go ahead.
Now, all these people that coming to jump up when they come to Facebook, they are hard man. They are hard man. Hey, you see me? You can't push me. I say the truth all the time.
The likes of Chikwado, who is advertising marijuana on his page, is coming to come and Yaboso. Mazi, nothing like Biafra. When you go to Chikwado profile, what you see there is marijuana publicity, and he's coming to tell me and you that we have collected money. And these are the kind of people confusing. I mean, no reasonable IPOB or Biafra will even go ahead. Mazi Solomon,
look at the IPOB. Look at the IPOB, because some of them, they thought that the fat in the chest is a strength. But some of them that you see them with the chest, they are dying inside. But the truth is this: comparing their height, comparing their statures, people who should have been doing a hard job for IPOP, but they are doing nothing apart from coming to prove that they are hard people in the Facebook. You look at me, go and ask of me in Germany. Go and ask of me. When you get to Germany, nobody knows them. When you get to where they say you should go and ask of them, nobody knows them. What job are they doing for IPOP? Zero not. So why shouldn't DOS be focused? Because they know the people who are delivering the job. They know the people who are in the war front. They know how difficult it is to be able to move logistics, and the people are doing it successfully. So is it that they will abandon these people who are doing the job of IPOP? They will abandon them and start responding to somebody after eating burger. He will start seeing vision.
Like Chikwado, okay, who is selling Igbo on his Facebook profile. Just imagine somebody who is selling Igbo on his page is coming to insult Dio. Just imagine, Mazi Solomon. Because this is what I do. I take my time. When you make your ill comment, I take my time to go and check you out. And I've just checked Chikwado, okay, now. He doesn't have anything Biafra. He doesn't have anything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on his profile. He doesn't have anything that is related to this struggle. The only thing he has there is publicity of Igbo and marijuana, which I don't have issues with. I'm not condemning those who are smoking marijuana. It's a personal choice. But you should be able to show us what you have done before you come to criticize or condemn others who are working. Mazi.
Now, this DOS has been over busy with the life of our people, trying to secure the life of our people. Now, you want them to leave those people who are delivering the job every day, and they start responding to somebody who is coming to broadcast to collect super chat, or come to start broadcasting to receive star, or come to broadcast in order for Facebook or YouTube to pay them. They will leave their what busy they are, and they will leave people who are delivering the job, like what was everything that DOS said. then people carry it to the letter. So people who are delivering that job, what you mean that the DOS should abandon these people and start responding to people who are just on their business when they go to work. When it is work, they will not be in the Facebook. They will first of all go to their work the money, put in their pocket. After the money don't enter their pocket, then they are coming to Facebook to challenge people who are working, to challenge people who are delivering. They themselves, what are they doing? What can they come and be boastful of? That this is the job I've delivered. The highest job you can see them to say, I'm a principal officer in Germany, in Hungary. While there is a people who are risking everything every day to ensure that things are being delivered, and that is making sure our people that are released from the detention facilities, making sure that our people that are wounded, they are being
takes treatment.
Take treatment. And you are just busy.
Look at our sister that was kidnapped recently, and that Soka that was kidnapped recently. It took the Directorate of State a lot of resources and time to go search out where she was and was rescued and taken to the hospital.
That is
why somebody is
the kind of, this is the job that DOS are doing, and you want them to lose focus, and they start responding to people who ate burger in America. After eating burger, they are start seeing vision. They start telling you Elohim, 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 you know, or you want them to just start responding to the jobless people, or people even who have job. After collecting money, put in their pocket, solve their problem, they are coming to claim hard men in the face.
I think we have to open the line because there is nothing more to even talk about again. We have
there is one thing people are waiting for, and that is the 30th May. If you want
go ahead and analyze that. Then I open the line for like 15 minutes before we close. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Now, the people of Biafra has to understand historian connection Biafra has with 30th May. The people of Biafra has to understand the historical connection with 30th of May that was being used as the remembrance, as our hero remembrance day. The 30th May 1967 was when Biafran independence was declared. So 30th of May of every year is an independent day for Biafrans. And that is
you have to be specific or declared by who?
In 1967, 30th of May 1967, Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, the Governor General of
Old Eastern Region,
Old Eastern Region, declared Biafra as an independent nation on 30th of May. So the 30th of May is not a date chosen by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or a date chosen by
Chika, Edoziem.
It is a historical day in Biafran history that if you have to fight for restoration of Biafra based on the history, based on the history of Biafra struggle, then the date in which that Biafra was declared must be recognized. So Mazi Edoziem made an announcement and said that day we have used it to remember our hero day, but we are bringing that date back into what it is, which is our independent day. And we are ready to push the campaign. So every one of you that have a privilege of coming online must know that this very narrative must be pushed to mainstream. We need to campaign for our independent day, and we need to hold that independent day. We need to hold that independent day. I had some propagandists who are coming to say that Mazi Edoziem is going to declare Biafra on the 30th of May. Mazi Edoziem is not declaring Biafra. Biafra was declared on May 1967. On 30th of May 1967. So we are standing on that declaration of Biafra that was made on May 1967. So 30th of May 1967, 30th of May 1967 was when Ojukwu declared Biafra. So we will remember, we will hold that date as our independent day.
Mazi, the funniest part is that the person that is even educating his follower do not even know that that day was the day that Biafra independence was declared. And he's coming out with boldness to counter Chika Edoziem and change the narrative. Mazi Solomon.
That is their ignorance. They, people who are wallowing in ignorance, they don't understand nothing. The original event of 30th of May 1967, the original event is that Biafra was declared that day by Colonel Ojukwu in Biafran land, a General Ojukwu. In Nigerian army, he's a colonel. But in Biafran army, he is general. He was declared by General Ojukwu, Emeka Odumegu Ojukwu. 30th of May 1967. That was
what Chika Edoziem repeated, that we will start recognizing that there's our day of independence.
So, and Mazi Edoziem said, we will carry on that very declaration. We will carry on the remembrance of our independent day. And so many people have already started coming to corner it, to twist it, that Chika Edoziem is going to
declare Biafra.
Is declaring Biafra territory is declaring Biafra on 30th of May. They should go back to that very broadcast. They should go back to the historical connection of May 30th of May 1967. Biafra was declared, and we should remember our independence on that day when Biafra was declared. So if there be any need that we continue the remembrance of our heroes, that can come another day. But the original date of independence of Biafra, when it was declared, when it was declared, was 30th of May. It's an historical day of independent day for Biafrans. So, and we are going back to it. We are standing by it. And every publicity on that 30th of May should be towards our independence. We must remind the world that we have been free people. We have not been in bondage. We have been a free people right from time. And that day should be remembered as our independent day. Every activities that we have to be done on that very day will be based on we remembering that 30th of May 1967, Biafran independence was declared to the world. And every other things will follow from that. And that is what people has to recognize. We are not, DOS are not coming here to do a childish play or to release a childish or baseless comment. They are here and they mean business. And we are going to analyze. This is what I have to say now. Because if I open...
We'll be coming to the area of education. Subsequently,
Mazi, even that 30th May, we are going to open a full analysis of what 30th May stand for. And the full analysis of if we continue to mix that 30th of May to be our independent day remembrance. If we miss it, I'm going to analyze to you the consequences that it will bring to this our struggle. And let me tell some of you who are not well informed, because all of us to some extent are illiterate. But there is people who are more informed than others. Now, I wanted to remind you, all of you who are listening to this very broadcast, our Independent Day has higher political position. Independent Day of Biafra have a higher political position than every other remembrance that has to do with us directly. When we remember our heroes, we remember our heroes for ourselves. Americans don't remember our heroes, and it doesn't concern them. But our Independent Day concerns them, because we are going to push the campaign for them to recognize our Independent Day. Every other thing,
very important.
You sit at home. They cannot discuss your seat at home, even in Lagos State. But your Independent Day will be discussed in Germany, discussed in America, discussed in England, in British. So your Independence Day
is more significant. It's more significant than Monday sit at home.
It gives you more legitimate in international stage. That is a very good strategy for unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because the story goes with why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being detained. He's asking for what has already been. So it's going to be a nation fighting against nation. So we are going to open the analysis on this very thing so that people will begin to understand when strategies are being deployed, when your effort is being intensified. You need to come with superior argument, not arguing like a street kid. You have to bring out a strong argument. Even God said, let's call my people, let's reason together. Bring out your strong argument. Biafra was declared on May 30th, 1967. And we have come up with it. Every 30th of May is our Independent Day celebration. And Nigeria must hear it this time.
So it's going to be more of celebrating independence, and at the same time also remembering the heroes. You know, so but the independence is more significant on that day because it has
more political correlation. It has more political connection than to say you are remembering the Hero Day. We are doing steps ahead. There is no reason for us to remain where we have been. We need to move ahead. When the children of Israel come before the Red Sea, Moses asked them to stand still, but God asked them to move forward. If they did not move forward, the Red Sea could not have divided. There is lepers who were chased out from the Samaria because they are lepers. They don't want others to be contaminated. But there is famine in the land. Nobody is taking care of them. They are going to die where they are. But when these very people, the lepers, when they come to critical thinking, they now think that staying one place, they will die.
Means death.
And going back to city also, there is no food in the city. It's either they are being killed by hunger or they will be killed by the people because they are not expected to come back to the city. And they choose that the only way out of their circumstances is to move forward to the camp of Syria.
Where there is food.
Where there is food. And what did they consider? They consider only one thing, that we going to the Syria camp, they can only find us and kill us. But if they didn't find us and kill us, at least we could find food to eat and survive. So they move forward, and God, seeing the confidence in their heart, go before them, make noise in the camp of Syria, and give them free and give them victory. That the
Mazi,
Syria
we have our first caller. Let's take this first caller. We are not going to take much
Syria
call.
people flee, and these people, they ate the food, and they are the one to run to the camp of their people and announce for the abundance. So we must not remain where we are. We must move forward. 30th of May is the day, the month that Biafran independence was declared. So DOS, we are not making any mistake. They are on the right track. We need to move forward.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening. You have just 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much, Mazi Solomon and Mazi Patrick, for your good work. I'm Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Australia. The program of tonight is very interesting. Before I proceed, I just want to say a very big thank you and Happy New Year that Chukwu Kabiam has brought us in this wonderful new year to continue to do the needful, despite that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the hands of the enemy. But we know that he who called him in no distant time will free him unconditionally, so that he will come and join us at the end of this journey. All of us will celebrate by restoring Biafra. This is my prayer, and so shall it be. In the name of Chukwu Kabiama. He said. Mazi Patrick, thank you so much, and Mazi Solomon, for your good work. The truth is that the DOS have nailed it on the wall, and the enemies, they are hitting their heads. They are just knocking their heads at the center of the road. They are all confused. All they are doing right now is just to turn everything that this young man, HOD Mazi Edoziem, said on first of this year. They are all confused, and I'm happy that this year is everything that IPUB is going to do. It will be coming to them as a surprise. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to go. But the truth about it is that by the DOS making it that we should know that the on 30th should be a day that we have to celebrate. It is right, because 30th of May was the day Biafra was declared as a country in 1967 to 70. It is a right track. And also our children begin to recite our national item all over Biafra land. Is also another big development, that at least, because we cannot be singing a national anthem of a country who is killing us. It makes no sense. And by the time you see all these things that Mazi Nnamdi has come to let our people know, by the time we begin to apply these things, you will see the atmosphere of Biafra land will change. And gradually, this thing we are looking for is already in the tips of our hand. And all I'm begging our people this year, 2022, we should unite and fight these idiots.
We are united. Mazi, we are 100% united.
Yes,
IPOB is united. There is one thing our people need to understand. You see what is going on, this crisis, katakata. These are people standing by the fence, sitting by the fence, and they will always be there. They cannot go away.
Not working. They are not working.
You understand what I'm saying? So when you talk about unity, IPOB do not have any crisis. The Directorate of State is one. In my unit where I worship, my IPOB where I belong, there is no crisis there. You understand? So when you talk about unity, yes, go ahead.
Please, Mazi Solomon, I am not talking about IPOBians. I'm talking about this for them to know that where they are is not the right track.
Leave them. Forget about them, Mazi. We have to move forward. Leave them.
Do you know why I'm saying this is because most of them that today, I know a lot of them that have called me on phone, try to even ask me what is this Eberima is doing. I'm opening their eyes. Most of them
Mazi, leave them. We have to move forward. Why they will be coming behind?
In a nutshell, all I want to say is
Mazi,
that
don't worry yourself about them. Don't bother yourself. As an mile.
Okay, my brother, I concur with you.
Don't bother yourself. Don't bother yourself. Don't even think about it. We must remain focused. Just remain focused on our head of directors. They have already given us a template for this year, and that is what we should be pursuing. Every other thing is just by the way. We must follow the template. I will continue. We'll be coming back to continue analyzing, because what we've done today is part of it. We haven't finished. We'll still be coming back to continue to analyze and open and continue to let our people understand the importance of that broadcast. Because that broadcast was short and precise, but our duty is to break it down.
Mazi, what they are trying to do, this idiot is turning everything upside down.
Don't worry yourself about that.
People who are gullible cannot be able to see the handwriting of the world.
They will come to terms.
They are all mad. But in conclusion, I just say Chukwu Kabiama will give us the strength.
Thank you,
to
Mazi.
keep on doing the needful. That at the end of this journey, all of us will celebrate.
Definitely.
Thank you, Mazi, Solomon,
and
Mazi Patrick.
I appreciate you for this call. Thank you very much, Mazi. We have another caller. Calls are flowing.
Just before the caller speak, Mazi Patrick, I must say these things is very, very important. That those who are working for IPOP and those that we actually needed to achieve what Mazi Chika Edoziem announced on the 1st of January 2022. Those people that we needed to achieve it are already on the ground. Nanya kangwa unu ndeba anyị ada alụ ụlọ before our foundation. Our foundation awelobo ụlọ. I have never seen where people finish building before they start creating foundation for the house. So it's after the foundation, then you start building. So the foundation to carry out and to achieve what Mazi Chika Edoziem announced on the 1st of this year, 2022, is already on the ground. My brother. Thank you.
Yeah, caller, go ahead. You're welcome to the program.
Hello, my name is Osita Siu. I'm calling from UK. I want to thank you guys for the work. Mazi Patrick, Mazi Solomon, thank you guys for the good work, for the devotion all the time to clarify Biafrans on what to do and how to understand things, because it's quite appalling that most of us have lost the sense of understanding properly. So I want to also add to one thing. Those of us that are saying DOS are not doing that, most of them don't even know that even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was out, that is still the same DOS that is working on the ground. It's only that it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is making it public for those of them that the ones that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants us to know, he will just come and make it public. But most of the achievements being made is still the same DOS that is working tirelessly on the ground to make those to ensure that things are moving. It's just that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the person, making things public, but it's still the same DOS working on the ground to ensure that Biafra restoration is moving on the right course. So let's Biafra not be confused that DOS are not doing anything. They are very much doing something. Understand? Because just considering the fact that many of our people have been released, who are those people responsible for that? Many things are ongoing and many things we don't know, and yet people are just stay anyway. they are not to be blamed because most of them are not IPOPians, but we that are real hardcore know the truth. And I thank you guys.
They don't know how things work. That is why you see them complain. You know, anybody
and
who knows,
we don't need the DOS don't need the support of those people you are referring to get job done. They are telling you what they have achieved without the support of those people. It is you that are being worried because you watch Facebook. There is people who has not opened Facebook since 2 years ago, and they are working for IPOP.
they don't even need that. They don't even need data to be online.
They don't even need data, and they are working. Now, anything that DOS come to say, they have already have people, resources already has deployed. If you see Chika Edoziem say 30th of May is going to be an independent day remembrance of Biafran, the resources has already been dispatched. Do you understand?
Yes.
And all the accusation they are putting on DOS that they put sit at home on Monday and they cancel it. Now they don't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in charge. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the highest authority in IPOP. It doesn't matter what anybody can think. It doesn't matter what you think that can be good for you or can be good for your neighbor or can be good for your friend. The command from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the final. And I have also asked the people who are floating all this news. I said, if they happen to be in a position of IP or in the position of DOS, will they dispute orders from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
They will. They will, Mazi, they will.
They will, as the way we are looking at them. But their answer is always no, that they will carry the command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to letter.
No lie.
If you loved Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you know that if you are in position of DOS, you will carry his command to letter, why are you accusing now the people who are there? Is it because you are not there? That's why you have to come and make program and call people who are there criminal. IPOP don't need these people. If we need them, Mazi Chika Edoziem will not come to announce the thing he announced. He will wait till we get them to our side before we carry out our missions. But we don't need anybody. All the people that you see ranting on the Facebook, they have not been working for IPOP, and they can never find anything to do for IPOP because they are not capable. They are not fit. They are not fit. They have been tried with little things. They are not able. They are not able even to offer a little job that is being given to them. Talk less of offering a hard job like delivering the command that come from the HOD. So my brother, don't worry yourself. Don't bother yourself about anybody typing rubbish. IPOP has been moving forward without them, and we continue to move forward without them. Thank you.
Hello, caller. Caller, welcome to the program. Good evening.
Yeah, hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, my sister. You're welcome to the program. You have 2 minutes if you can help us summarize your contribution.
Okay. All right, I'll try. Good evening, Mazi Patrick and Mazi Solomon. I just want to say you guys are really doing a great job. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year to you.
I've been listening to you guys, and I also listened to Mazi Chika on the first. You see, the problem that our people have is that they get information from the wrong source. So if our people really want to know the truth, if they really want to get the authentic information, or to listen to every single bit of what was said on the first by Mazi Chika, I think the best place to go is to Radio Biafra, because there's a whole lot of shady business going on internet, on Facebook, on whatever
YouTube
platform, that people
Instagram
listen. And that's why people are being, actually, you know what I think though? A lot of these people that, carry this news up and down, they have no clue what IPOB is all about.
Absolutely
so
not.
Just,
and that is why they are confused.
Exactly. They're so mischievous. They have an ulterior motive. When you see people commenting all manner of crap online, you think these people are BIAFRans. You see, what I noticed is that a lot of these people are not even BIAFRans. And a lot of them are working because they are paid to do what they are doing. So we don't have to bother ourselves about whatever
Absolutely not.
says.
No need to bother ourselves.
Exactly, because everything that Mazi Chika said on the first is very, very clear. There's
precise, straight to the point.
Exactly.
Straight to the point.
I don't understand why somebody is going to cut a little bit and twist it and change everything just because they want to deceive people.
Not deceive. Listen, the truth of the matter is that when you have a source of income, you will do everything possible to maintain it. Even if it means causing controversies and accusing people, you must, this is all about when you see people doing saga on Facebook, it's like when you tune a Facebook page, there are people who are analyzing rumors. There are people that will say, they say person give person belay, they will analyze it to keep their page running. This is what they do. You see some people just hijack a video, they will just, create a scene so that they'll be able to keep that page running. So when you see them trying to misinterpret what Chika Edoziem said, they do it to keep the page running so that they will have something to entertain their follower, because they need to create a topic by every means possible.
Well, I have a great news for BIAFRans. I just want everyone to be focused. Don't worry about whatever they say. One thing that I believe personally is the truth. You can't hide the truth for a very long time. You can't deceive people for a very long time. Guess what? There is an expiring date for all these things that's going on. God is going to expose them, because this whole thing has to do with life. People's blood has been spilled. You can't do anything, against the blood of the innocent, because it's definitely going to come back and hurt you. So I just want to let people know that whatever you do, you're trying to spit on the blood of the innocent. You have God to contend with. So let our people, those people that still believe in the structure, in what is going on in the leadership, just keeping on. Don't worry about whatever you hear online. And it's going to get to the point where these people will wish they never embarked on this shady business that they are doing. So I just want to thank you guys.
Thank you for that contribution.
Just keep focused, and then we are going to get to the land of
Mazi Patrick, before you cut her, wait. Okay, my sister, listen. Now, as exposed as you are, if they keep before you right now and say Heroes Remembrance Day and the Independence Remembrance Day, between the two, which one do you think you can stand and discuss in America?
You know what, Mr. Solomon, actually, I listened to your analysis and I totally agree with what you said. I don't really know much about the Biafran war, whatever. A lot of stuff that I've heard is from Mazi Nnamdi.
No, we are not talking about Biafran war. My sister.
No, she said she doesn't really know much. She said she doesn't really know much. So she don't.
No, she doesn't need to know. She doesn't need to know much. Let me pass my message across, okay? Between discussing about the Heroes Day and discussing about independence, which one do you think that you can boldly stand at Canada? You say you are calling from Canada. Which one do you think you can
I'm calling for the United States of America.
Okay, from United States. Which one do you think you can stand out to discuss about in United States? About the fallen hero or about the independent?
I personally will go for the independence, because that makes a lot of sense to me.
Thank you. That is the message I want you to pass to the people. We are step ahead. We are step ahead.
Thank you, caller. We appreciate your contribution.
We
Thank
are not
you.
discussing about
done
the thing that affect us
excellently well
now.
in that analysis.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank you
great
very
day.
much. We appreciate
And
you.
you too. Thank you.
Yeah, so Mazi Solomon, as much as the remembrance of our heroes cannot be cancelled, because we're also going to choose a date, because I believe we are going to choose
Mazi Patrick is not even cannot be cancelled, cannot be negotiated.
Underestimated, yes.
So our heroes day, remembrance of our heroes day.
Hello?
Remain...
Very much. We appreciate you too. Hello?
Please turn down the volume of your listening device. Mazi Solomon, go ahead.
Yes, about the remembrance of our heroes, nobody can turn it down, because this is the thing that we live with. We have the sky in our body. We have the cut of the fallen heroes in our body. As we cannot deny ourselves, so we can never be able to deny remembrance of our heroes. But the reason why the heroes fall must be actualized, because there are so many IPOP members who knows that they are going to die, and they give up themselves while the bullet was really raining. They give up themselves and they die. And I remember that the only message they passed to us is to make sure that we get Biafra, and we must get Biafra for them. And I'm telling you, we can never for any time forget to remember such an heroes who laid down their life that we might live, that we might fight on. Thank you, Mazi Patrick.
Thank you. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening. You have just 2 minutes.
Good evening, Pat.
If you can keep to the
Good
time.
evening.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Pat. Good evening. Okay. It's your brother Frank calling from Rome.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Solomon just a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to know, because I know he's a Biafran, and I've seen and I've watched, I've heard the contribution he has been making for Biafrans, so that Biafra will be free. But I just want to ask him, has those highway women, or one of those, let me just say, one of those autopilot, has one of them ever contacted him? One. Secondly, I want to just make a comment about when our leader will come out. Please, you people in the media, I know you people will be very, very, you will be in the position to be able to talk to him, or maybe have, contact with him. You people should tell him that he should look inward. But I know the first time we met in Rome during a protest. I know the first time we met in Rome during the protest. Okay, look at you today. You are representing Biafra. You are making a presentation on radio Biafra TV platform. So director should look inwards. He should look into IPOB. There is talent. There are educated people, educated Biafrans in IPOB, not looking outsider. You see, this outsider, looking outsider, it will cause us more damage if director comes out and continue doing it. Thank you. This is my message. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think Mazi Solomon has a response to that question.
Okay, as to regard to the question of who contact me or not, Mazi,
if you have ever been contacted, but
if you are hearing me from the background, nobody, they knows the people that they can contact.
They are contacted.
That they can tweet. If you listen to me, what story do you think you are coming to tell me? If you have been following my program, and if you have been following my comment, how are you going to prepare yourself to face Solomon Peter? So it's a hard job. I don't think that anybody can submit to do that.
Mazi, when they know you know where you stand, when they know they don't approach you, nobody can afford to approach me because they know where I stand. There is another question he asks about our leader looking for people, rather than harnessing the talent that we have, But one thing our people need to understand is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in search of talent everywhere. He even recognized Maegu. He even recognized Maegu, who is not a Biafran, because of the job Maegu is doing. And at the end of the day, what he does is he gives you that sense of responsibility to go and prove yourself. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be blamed if people choose to do contrary to what they are meant to do. Mazi Solomon.
The part he has to understand with that is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a reformer. He is a reformer. And if you happen to be a reformer, you believe in everything. So
you believe in people, you give people opportunity.
You give people opportunities. You believe in everything. You believe in everything. You give opportunity to everything. You use everything to do experiment. Okay. So nobody can deny Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we are not here to influence the opinion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, he will continue the job he's doing for Biafra at his own capacity. So we are not here to influence his own opinion.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu duty is to give you the job. It's left for you to do it. If you prove yourself, you move forward. If you cannot prove yourself, you stay by the side. We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How to say it? Compliment of the season. Happy New Year to you. My name is Elvis. I have called on your program before.
You're welcome to the program.
Well done, sir. I called on your program on the 28th of December. I just checked my call list when you guys were having a program, and you asked me a question that what do I suggest? I don't know if you remember. You have a lot of callers, so maybe you cannot remember. So let me remind you. So during that conversation, one Mr. Ezej was shouting at me and bamboozling me, but that is not the issue why I'm here. That one is apart. But you were a gentleman, Mr. Patrick. He came and you were asking me what do I suggest that we should do. Then I suggested that it would be good if all Biafrans can change their profile picture on Instagram to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture, at least to identify themselves that they stand with this man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was on the 28th, before Chika Edoziem, the head of DOS, announced it on the 1st. So why I'm trying to bring this up now is that I need an apology from you guys. You know why? Because
Mazi,
after that,
you need an apology because Mazi Chika Edoziem took your advice.
No. It's not.
So why do you need an apology?
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I need your apology from you guys, because if you go back, if anybody listening go back to the broadcast you made on the 28th, it's around 1 hour 45 minutes. I called in 1 hour 40 minutes thereabout. You guys were like, insulting me that I'm stupid. I don't know anything. That I'm, like even if a stupid person give you a good advice, I think it's not fair to call the person names. Just because this person is not according to Mr.
I understand where you are going.
So, Mazi, can I respond to him? Can I respond to him? Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much for making an effort to call back into our program again. This moment, Mazi, we must state clearly that all Biafrans are making effort. Genuine ones are making effort to ensure that our lands are being secured and our dignities are being restored. So you made a contribution that very day, and I could remember engaging you into asking you some questions. And where I conclude in my question is because I asked you a question to make a specific contribution on what you expected us to do as to bring the changes that you are looking forward for. And you ended up giving that job for other people. That is where I said no. It's not about you coming to speak for other people. You should speak for yourself. And I stopped the call there. Now you coming to ask for apology because Mazi Chika Edoziem include us changing our profile for a specific thing. Now, are you actually asking for this apology because you saw that being included, or are you happy that actually you contributed to the success of the restoration of your land? Are you feeling happy that your decision or your contribution were included? Or are you just wanted to receive apology so that you can run with it? So which one do you want?
All right, brother. See, you see, I listened to you patiently for you to finish what you're saying. That is how gentlemen are supposed to reason and talk, not to shout at each other like Mr. Edoziem is always bamboozling people. So now, why I'm calling right now is this, yeah? When you ask me a question, you ask me what is my suggestion. I told you guys that one of my suggestions is this, and the second one is that, and Mr. Edoziem and even you, if you go back to the program and listen to it, you will see that you guys don't even allow me to expatiate the second suggestion. The first suggestion is for all of us, first of all, to stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For everybody, even our enemies, to know that 70 million BIAFRANs is standing with this man.
So does it mean that we have not been standing? Does it mean we have not been standing?
You are taking me out of my own track.
No, but I wanted to ask you a question. Does it mean that we have not been standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all this while?
When Solomon was talking, I listened to him. Why can't you guys allow people to talk? At least give me 2 minutes, put a timer. All right.
So go ahead.
So what I'm trying to say is this, yeah. When people come to your program and suggest, I think it's not good. I mean, Mr. Parker, you didn't shout on me that day, but I don't think that it's good for somebody like Mr. Edoziem to be shouting on people just because he's IPOP member since 2100. Because all of us want liberation for our people. So I don't need the apology, though. I don't need it, but I just want to make it clear that not everybody that comes here that says something contrary to what you're saying is an enemy. All right? I'm not here. I don't need the apology. The apology is not going to give me anything in my bank account. So now let me suggest something again. That
you have
30
seconds.
30 seconds. So my suggestion with this 30 seconds is that the demonstration that the DOS is suggesting, I've been suggesting this since 2017 after the invasion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu house. And that solution is that let that demonstration be everywhere in the world, the same time, the same day, everywhere in the world the same time. Not Rome people is doing today, Germany people is doing tomorrow. I've been talking about this every platform I go. So you can cut me short now. That is another suggestion. And I've been preaching about this since, and I always go to every demonstration. I don't come just to talk. I make it happen. In Berlin, ask anybody. I'm always coming to any demonstration.
Thank you, Elvis. Thank you for the time. We appreciate your contribution. Thank you.
And as usual, if DOS are listening to your suggestion, they have already taken note of the one you make now.
Yeah, so Mazi, the thing there is that, our people do not understand how the Directorate of State works. They don't know that the Directorate of State do not really sit back doing nothing. Most of the suggestions you bring are most of the time already on the table, because millions of people bring suggestions, millions of people bring ideas. The Directorate of State sit down, and now it is also an opportunity for people to understand that if you feel the glory of being listened to, it also sends a signal, because they say they don't carry them along. So now that you are coming to tell us that you are being carried along, because Mazi Solomon, we've seen people who say, hey, they don't take advice, they don't carry us along. Let's not give it to him that the Directorate of State has carried him along by taking his advice, even though we know that most of the decisions are long deliberated or put on the table.
And it is not the first time also that we are changing our profile to...
That is it. That's what I wanted to say, yes. Okay. So as for those who say that Directorate of State is not carrying them along, that they don't take your advice, Elvis have confirmed that the Directorate of State take your advice. Thank you very much.
That's a very good point, Mazi Patrick. That is a very good point from you, Mazi Patrick. So yes. Some people that came out before, who said that Mazi doesn't consult. And after a few days, he started confessing that he was consult about the uniform of
yes, sir.
Those funny people. When they wanted to intimidate other people, they will choose a word that will look so, we look like the person they wanted to comment about is so arrogant, is so out of point. They will choose words that will qualify the persons like that. But after sometimes they will forget what they have said before. They will started commenting positive things about the person. So, Mazi Patrick, we must.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I think we are done with calls now, and we have to round up this program. Mazi will be coming back because we'll be talking about the education sector that our HOD mentioned.
And the flag and national anthem.
The flag and the national anthem. So we'll be coming back possibly tomorrow to continue from there.
Yes, Mazi Patrick. Thank you very much for including me in this very program. I'm so happy that I participated, and I also thank all Biafran that participated by making contribution through call or through comment. Thank you very much, and we will be here with you again tomorrow by the same time or less. I don't know. Mazi Patrick.
Yeah. We'll communicate.
Yeah. Thank you very much. My name is Solomon Peter. I'll be leaving you at this very point.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Thank you very much. Biafrans, it's my pleasure to have you. I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for being part of this program. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sharing the program. Thank you for remaining with us till the end of the program. We hope to see you tomorrow, same time possibly, same venue. We transmitted on my page, Biafra Television, Black and White Web TV, Donate to Obi, and also on YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to have you. I'm happy that you all stayed back till the end of the program. Keep sharing, by the way, for those who didn't follow us live, to follow us later. Until we meet again, my name remains Mazi Nnamdi. Have a wonderful evening, morning and night, depending on your time zone. God bless you and have a new year once again.
Obodo kenenu Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Kanyi kenebenu Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Ika bugondilo yo, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Odogwa nebula buke, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Ika bugondilo yi, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Endilo yi na chosudo, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Manoke suko, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Umu Biafra Ghana, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Ikolobia bi n'obodo a mmadụ anọzi ikpe ya. Egwu ndị Ikolobia Biafra bananye obele nwa onye fali beku Chukwu zitere anyị ya Chukwu okike abịa ma zitelie ka ọ bịa tọpụ ụmụ Biafra na-abụ ka ọ tọpụ anyị na-abụ Naịjirịa Chukwu zitere anyị ya ma ndị lofa jụziri ajụ mana anyị nwekwa mmeri Babụlụ obele nwa na 2015 ụbọchị enyanụ anyị wee bebe ife dị n'ime ya anyị wee jebe ụlọ ikpe chọbazie ndị mkpọrọ anyị na mkpọrọ ndị kpọchiri anyị ka anyị na-achọ anyị fụrụ ofe ọnụ n'ụwa gị marụ afa na-agbazi ọsọ na-achụzi ife mana famaro na anyị nwe mmeli n'ife ọbụla anyị tinyere aka n'ụwa na-agala anyị ya ka anyị ji bụrụ ụmụ Chukwu okike abịama Nnamdi Kanu ho kedụzi ife mesilu mee odogwu na-egbula abụga abatago